What's up, everybody? Check out who's on time. Whoa, it's happening a little bit more frequently. Actually showing up on time. That's right. That's the thing I'm doing now. Let me claim this free crystal real quick. Thank you. And let me go to the tweeters real quick as well. Dearest at Marvel Champions. What should I say today? What should I say today? I guess I will say, I really should have thought of something, but I got nothing. Was trying to win Dapperoni points. You couldn't be late. I was trying to. Oh man, what's the hell's a Dapperoni point? Is that? I mean, obviously I know it's related to Dap, but is that like the Cade guessing game for when I was late? Is that what you're talking about? And whoever wins gets some Dapperoni points. Dragon said it over too, saying. Let me see, I can't read your message. Let me put my glasses on. There we go, much better. Slap. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Dragon. Thank you, thank you. Something like it? Yeah, I'm not sure myself, since I've been drinking. Okay. Let me see. I'm not grinding for Claire, but I would really appreciate if you keep adding more cool mystics, please. She's pretty cool. This is a terrible tweet. Alright, let me back it up. Claire is pretty damn cool, but I'm not grinding for her. Can you please add like 2 or 3 more super cool mystics? Thanks, homie. Yes, I am now live. Okay. That is pretty damn cool. I'm not grinding for her. Can you please add like 2 or 3 more super cool mystics? Thanks, homie. Tweet. Okay. Alright. Let's get out of here. And that. Oh crap! Wait. What are cutoffs? Let me see exactly. Well, I pretty much know what they went for. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, as for cutoffs, I'm going to up my Claire cutoff to 65 mil, since she went for about 67 last time. Everything else here is pretty good though. It's just off on the 5-star, which was freaking impossible to predict. 68 and 12. If we're rounding up, yeah, this is good enough. I think maybe she'll drop a little bit or whatever. Whatever the cutoff is for Claire, just add 12 mil. There's no way. There's absolutely no way she would go for 80 mil. What's up, Glory Man? And Shark sending over too. Dude, you change your profile picture? Saying, I made pizza today and next. Okay. Made pizza today and next. Pineapple, ham, pepperoni, Asiago, and provolone cheese. Okay. Going all Hawaiian style. Alright. Dude, thank you very much. Appreciate the 2 as always, Shark. Hope your pizza was tasty and delicious, and of course it was because it was pizza. So, duh. But yeah. Alright, anywho, let's get to grinding. So I forgot, hashtag don't dap dap dap, thanks for the raid, by the way. Dap and dap raiders. I kind of forgot about something too. Yeah, item use ends tonight, damn, okay. Alright, I'll take care of that later. Anyway. Hold on, let me just make a little note. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, so clearly I'm not grinding for her because I got straight zeros across the board. So yeah, that grind ain't happening, guys. She was really cool though. Congratulations once again to everyone that got her, and good luck to anyone who's grinding. Before I hit the arena though, I do need to do an energy dump real quick, and then actually check in on Alliance War. I think today was the last. Today's the last war, I believe, right? Before the season begins. So last little bit of live Alliance War action, but let me go dump this energy real quick. Going heroic style. So where are we at for this Claire grind? Oh damn it! Yeah, that's right. I'm not. I wasn't kidding, man. You know. I like her. I like her a lot. I would love to have her, but there's so many champions that I would love to have, and can't grind for all of them, and you know, that's just the way it is. Ah, crap! I didn't change my team. I don't want Namor on the team. I want to be using Omega. He's slightly faster. Energy dump sounds like a caffeinated poop. Well, what if you could sell your caffeinated poops and brand it as an energy dump? Hear me out. Now, I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. People need fertilizer for their plants. And what better way to fertilize than to give them the energy that they so need? It's genius. Brian, I found my old iPad, so I downloaded my fanfiction apps. Mom asked if I did it because it was easier to read a bigger screen. I said no, it's so I can play games on my phone at the same time. That a boy, Demyak. Oh man. War, action, contradiction. I goofed and missed time to phase on Infinity Man Aggression Fury node 92k crit Roboto. Yeesh. That's rough stuff, dude. Did you feel like this is a Blade moment where you slept on him and then never got him? You should use units and start refreshing for 12 hours. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but I grinded for Blade when he was in the arena. I got him as a 4-star, like immediately, like round 1. And then I did pop 8 featured crystals for him. It's not necessarily that I slept on him. Maybe I underestimated him slightly before he was released, not thinking that he would be the absolute destroyer of the contest that he was. But I grinded round 1. There was no 5-star arena back then, of course, but I was using the 4-star in Alliance War, like in the seasons and everything. But yeah, I mean, I want Claire. I want, like I said before, I want all these champions. It's just not possible to get them all. Unless you're Ash freaking Ketchum and or Serengo, who might be the same people. Just realized. What's up, Kieran? So what champ are you looking forward to grinding for? Dr. Doom, mayhaps? That guy's gonna go high. But if he's cool, maybe. Maybe I'd go for him. We'll see. Why don't you record AW and AQ? Well, AQ I've done before. It's kind of the same thing over and over, though. There's nothing really new to see in Alliance Quest. I do it live pretty much every day, but of course it's the same time, so it's like the same couple of fights every time. Like really the same, like 2 or 3 fights. War I do record, but I don't know. It wasn't as interesting this season, so it was less motivating to upload them. Just wasn't as into it. And then with like travel, I couldn't record one of the wars, and yeah, kind of threw things off a bit. I'm still considering doing a kind of a highlight reel of some of the more interesting fights, including my deaths, because the deaths, they're always where you could learn the most from. So I don't try to hide those. Would you rank 5 Blade today? I would not, but I do think he's still worth rank 5ing. But I would not, just because I really hate Stark Spidey, and I call it the Stark Spidey ecosystem, where I just want to get out of it. You know, it's like Apple. It traps you. Or at least it felt like it trapped everybody with the whole Blade, Stark Spidey, and Ghost Rider synergy team. And I just hate Stark Spidey, and whatever I can do to stop playing Stark Spidey, I'm gonna do. Even though there are times where I still got to use him, and yeah, all that stuff. All right. Anyway, let's check out that Alliance War stuffs. Let's see where I can go. ABG is 6-star clairvoyant worth sig. Hold on, 6-star clairvoyant sig 40 worth ranking up. As a 6-star, I don't think she needs her awaken ability as from what I've been hearing. Her awaken ability doesn't seem all that useful, so I don't know if the sig level even matters. That said, I personally would not do it. No, it's too it's too expensive of a rank up. Maybe if you already have tons of rank ups as is. But I'm very anti 6-star rank up. It's too expensive. I'd rather diversify my roster for a lower cost. BG doesn't have her. You're being trolled. Well, that's JoJo Dude, the fake account spammer on all the YouTuber channels. Well, that does make sense based on the previous questions that this person asked before. So, I'd appreciate it if you don't troll anymore. Thanks. Alright, what do we got here? Vigor, Recovery, Vigor, Indomitable. It's Champion, huh? I don't know how that's going to go with someone like Omega Red. What path is this? I mean, somebody's already, like, on it, but... Alright, never mind. Let's just go... We'll look at these. So this one's buffet as well, right? Yeah. Well, let's try it out. I really don't know how it's going to go, but... We'll give it a shot. We'll try it. Hi Brian, I got amazingly lucky with a 5-star Namor from a future Grandmaster Crystal. Is 40 sig levels enough for him to be worth awakening and using regularly, or will he need more first? I'd recommend waiting on awakening him until he's higher sig. Sig 40. Let me go to Aunt May real quick and see what sig 40 even gives. I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty low amount of that damage immunity or whatever you want to call it. Let me see. Here we go. Name more. 5-star, rank 5. Sig 40. Yeah, only 35%. That's just not enough. I wouldn't awaken him. I would wait until you got more Sig stones. He honestly can still be used unawakened. He's not, you wouldn't use him in as many situations, of course. I feel like his awakened ability is what makes him, but Sometimes you just need a good damage dealer, and at least he has that, and his Avenger and all that stuff. I think Sig 100 is a decent point to awaken him and get him up to. That's 56.5% of like the damage reversal, and while you're still going to be taking damage from like electros and stuff like that, you still probably prevent enough that you can get through the fight reasonably well. So, yeah, I wouldn't awaken him until then. And while you're waiting for 6 stones, maybe you'll just get lucky and naturally awaken him. All right, let's just go in with this team, I suppose. BG is Simulated Supreme good only with buff champions. No. 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 Sorry. I don't play him a lot, so I was trying to think of situations that I've seen him in. And I've seen him in situations where it's not necessarily just against champions that have buffs. And yeah, he does fine. It's just tough. I'm gonna say it is tough to use them all the time, just because there are champions that for the average fight are just gonna handle that fight better. That's probably why it doesn't get a lot of play outside of the times where you really need to like stagger those buffs and all that. But he is still capable. Like once you get his damage rolling, man, those bleeds and the armor breaks and all that, really solid. And even if the enemy doesn't have many buffs, maybe they have a couple buffs here and there that you can trigger Mystic Dispersion off of, and yeah, it'll be really good. All right, which is the minimum Sig threshold you would awaken Aegon? Honestly, I'm really not a fan of awakening Aegon unless you were doing it for something like Labyrinth of Legends. And in Labyrinth of Legends, I don't think he needs a high Sig level. So I'm not sure exactly what Sig level I would take him to, but it wouldn't be that high. 40 or 50 or something maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Aegon, he's a really cool champion. I still am hoping that I get him, or even awakening my 6-star would be cool. But I just wouldn't play him almost ever. Especially since I'm already done with Labyrinth personally. Okay, let me focus on these fights here. So recovery and vigor and yeah. I kind of want to use Namor for this fight, but I was thinking I might have to use Namor for the next fight. Ah, screw it. Let's use Omega for this one. We'll save Namor for the next. Save a Namor for the next. It's got suicides on too. That'll help cross the. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Yep. I don't know why I went for the medium first. That was a big mistake. Should not have taken all that damage. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Anyone know where a really good Alliance War node placement guide is? I'm not sure one exists. Not one that I'm aware of, at least. Maybe there is one out there, but if there is, I haven't seen it or even heard of it. The map is still relatively new. I think people are still trying to get a hang of where to place defenders. Generally, well, I do zero part of the placement in my alliance. It's all done by the officers. And I think they just experiment and then figure out, like, what was troublesome for us to get through and, you know, copy some strategies from other alliances. And, you know, I'm sure other alliances copy some strategies from us and all that stuff. All right, let's try. I want to try Namor for this fight. So we have Buffet. So she's gonna be healing a buttload of health back. I basically need to get my L3s going, and she is small, right? Yeah, she is small. That's gonna be annoying. All right, this might go poorly. Let's find. Oh, whoops. Let's try it out though. PG, remember the other day I said I pulled 5-star Nick Fury on my second account and my alliance hates me? Well, yesterday I pulled 5-star Sparky. The hate continues. Donut Cop. Nice, man. Congrats. Alright. She's also running. Ooh, whoops. I got suicides on this. Oh, dude, get out of my face. Suicide's on this fight too. It's not going to help as much though, because watch, yep, she's going to heal right back up. God, she was not wanting to throw that L1. There we go. Keep these L1s going. Uh-oh. You know, I am really not that familiar with how Sparkles works, if I'm being honest. You know what? I just need to get out of this corner before things go bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got hit by that? Son of a... Evade. Crap, and I didn't get my L3 going. She dead? She's dead. Phew. Okay. Sketchy fight, but made it through. Sweet. Aegon doesn't need high sig levels? Well, I don't know. Some people say he needs high sig levels, and I think for questing he probably does. But for something like Labyrinth of Legends, I feel like you only really need a 300 hit combo. And eventually you'll build up to like the unblockable stuff. But just to deal adequate damage once you get to like the 300 hit combo, and you can get there even with a low sig level within a, you know, like that first fight you're going to carry over so much of the combo. And DAP. Oh man. War fight that may go poorly. I read that comment and didn't realize it came from DAP. I see you there. I see you there. How was the test stream last night? I'm going to rewatch it. Did you have fun with her? I did have fun with her, yeah. I liked her quite a bit. I considered going for her. But, yeah, it's just... said it before, I'll say it again. You can't go for them all. It's just not really possible with trying to juggle everything else. Alright. Now I can stop clickbaiting you guys. We'll go actually play some arena. Passed out for 10 hours after like grinding. I was dead last night. Yep. Those grinds, they'll do it. They will do it. People expect the most from people who are just trying to help. I'm not sure what that's in regards to, but I agree. Sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes you try to help and people just they want more. It's never good enough. Whatever help you give. But I don't know the context here, so I hope nobody. I see some. Yeah, someone's saying context helps, guys. Tone doesn't convey well in text. Yeah, it looks like maybe this is just a misunderstanding this time around. Jay Metz sending over a couple of bucks. Jay, thank you very much. Did you send over twice? Crap. Oh, crap. Because I missed the first one. Oh, no. Jay, I'm so sorry. I was focused on the Alliance War stuff. I apologize, man. Thank you so much. Let me see your last one. Hey, BG. With having 6-star Human Torch, would he help you make the Mortal boss easier in 6.2.5, especially if you save the flame on? You know, that might have helped if I got him before I did the 6-star gate. He might have been really good for that. But for the paths that I have left, I don't think I can really use him. He doesn't qualify for any of those gates, and I would have to leave my Void at home. And I actually use Void for some of the... I don't just use Void for the Mortal boss. I do use him for like a fight or two on all those paths. So I don't think he would be too helpful. But that is interesting. I almost want to like just try that fight, just going down a different path just for the hell of it, just to see how he does. Maybe. Oh man, I was gonna say maybe I can get Lags to do it because he's, you know, he loves Torch, but I think he said he wants to stay away from the Torch content for a little bit just because people were getting tired of it, I guess. You know what? I'm definitely gonna wait and see what his buff is before I do anything with him. Excited to see what that's all about. Hey, my brother Twin Sarango, what's up, man? A lot of time has passed. Good stream, dude. Yeah, long time no see, man. What's up, Sarango? How you doing, my brother Twin Sarango? Yo, BG, I left my alliance today. Never had so little notifications online, dude. Yeah, I'm sure it's great, huh? Oh, man. I love my alliance. But my goodness, there's so many notifications sometimes. Man, I mean, I spam the chat too sometimes, but, you know, can't help it. But, man, sometimes you just gotta step back from all those notifications. The little bubble telling you how many messages are unread. Go away, line. Go away. I really wish there was a setting to only show the notification when you're tagged, you know? God, that would make life so much easier. They don't have that feature yet, right? I know other, or at least I think other chat services have it, but I've never used any other one except for Line. Of course, no one in the MCOC community really does. Or the majority of people don't, I should say, because some people do. Anyway. BG, if 6.2.5 didn't suck so bad, I would take my torch in. It's rough, dude, right? It is a rough quest. Sup, Cody? Last 6-star got me Corvus. He'll be good for Act 6, right? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Corvus is a fantastic champ. Good for lots of things in Act 6. Too many people are focusing on Claire's damage. I'm all about saving units, and I think she's great for that. Exactly. Yes. I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people did come around to thinking that she's cool. But yeah, I agree. There's more to champions than damage. Sometimes you need those hard-hitting champs too. Don't get me wrong, but the amount of utility a champion like Claire has is that's the big draw for her. Grinding for the 3-star. I think so. So it's item use today. Today's the last day of it, and I haven't done any item use yet. And yeah, the arena boosts. That's generally how I get there. But man, I didn't really want to grind for the 3-star tonight. You know? So I don't know. We'll see. I've been missing some of the 3-stars lately. Not many. I think I'm only missing 2. But even that kind of makes me sad because I had them all for so long. But I feel like now that one slipped through the cracks with I think it was Ronin maybe was the first one, and then someone else. I don't know. I gotta double check my roster and see what 3s I'm missing. I think there's 2. I'll probably grind for the 3-star. I like having all the 3-stars. Yo, sup. What up, Hobbit? How you doing, man? Do you fight the bosses in Alliance War? Not really, no. Very rarely. Occasionally I'll be on like backup or something like that and have to go in, but no, generally other people in my alliance are better when it comes to boss fights, and yeah, they handle that kind of thing. I help out in the alliance quest bosses. There's that at least. Paid $50 to get my first 6-star, and it was Symbiote Supreme, so I think that is going to help me with Act 5 and 6. Oh, absolutely. Sim Supreme, great champ, doesn't even need to be awakened. Great at rank 1. All that. BG had an R5 Mephisto on strike back, recovery mini in Alliance War today. Torch absolutely destroyed him and nearly shut down his regen. Only have 1 out of 3 to spare. Cody, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome, dude. I'm excited about using my torch. I just haven't had to yet. I still have the 6-star path in the final quest. Maybe I could use torch for that. I'll have to check that out. So tomorrow, okay, so tomorrow I'm going back into Act 6, and I'm going to do the final quest. Taking a break from the 5th quest. It's brutal, man. Those last 3 paths are just so tough to get through. I feel more confident with the Cosmic and Tech gates. And I was feeling relatively confident about the Mutant gate until today, fighting that Punisher. I expected to do more damage. I think when I was changing my strategy at the end, I was opening myself up to dealing more damage to him, but even then, that fight is just... I don't know, man. I don't know. It's... My health bar just seems to be going down a little bit faster than his. J-Mets sending over another buck. Dude, and now I just realized you sent over 2, and I didn't update the Big D, but now you sent over 3. Dude, Jay, I am so sorry. 2 times in one night, you're sending over these generous super chats, and I'm blowing it here. All right, where's your last one though? Your last one is, if you wanted, you could try using him when you go on the skill path, and use him in place of Void for the aggression regen blade, possibly. Wait, which path are we talking about here? The skill path? In the 5th quest? Oh, well, okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, you're just saying, like, alright, never mind. Yeah, the skill, all the, what's it called? All the skill champions. Sorry, I was, thinking skill gate, when you said that. My bad. Maybe. I don't know how Torch would do against that blade. Because that blade is stun immune. And I would have to, I'd have to clear the global charges somehow, which means I'd basically have to be intercepting. He would help to reduce the healing, but it would still be a long fight. Class disadvantage. I wouldn't be activating my flame on. I don't foresee it going too well. So yeah. I'd also want to see maybe someone else try Torch against Mordo first, just so I have an idea of like if he's actually good versus that Mordo or not, because just making it through that path is so ridiculously tough. That, and I do lose the synergy that I would have for Omega, which is not a essential synergy for Omega, but it does increase Omega's Death Field aura damage. So, Jay, thank you very much for another buck. Appreciate it though, man. Dark Anked. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Maybe I'll just go with Dark. Thank you very much for the 2 BGNs. Where is your last one at? Oh, it's right after that. Hey man, for 5 stars, I got Human Torch, Medusa, Star-Lord, Hyperion, and Archangel. Which one is most worth it for generic Awakening Gem? Got one only. Can't get a dupe on any of them. Sadly, Kabam hates me. All right, let's see. Human Torch does not need to be awakened. I would go between Medusa and Hyperion out of the champions that you mentioned. They're both really good, even at low sig levels. Here's something to consider, though. We're getting close to the calendar where we get the free 5-star awakening. How much more time do we have on this thing? It's day 91, and what day are we on? Day 72. Okay, so yeah, we got like 3 weeks left. A little bit under 3 weeks. I think if you can try to wait it out maybe and see if we get see if you get a class type for one of the other champs that you're thinking about awakening. I really would not awaken Torch, not yet at least. Maybe once Kabam buffs him, maybe it'll be a change to his awaken ability. I don't know, and then maybe it'll be worth it then. But as it stands right now, he does not need to be awakened. Archangel's a great champion, but it's just there's so many immunities in this game that yeah, I can't really advise awakening him until you really need it, or until you've you've got other champions lined up that you can use for the majority of situations, and then maybe awaken Archangel later on for his situational use. So that leaves Medusa, Starlord, and Hyperion, and yeah, I like Starlord's cool and all, but I feel like the other champions are just end up being more useful overall between Medusa and Hyperion. And between the two, it's kind of personal preference. I think some of these later nodes that have gotten added favor Hyperion a bit more, so I would recommend Hyperion. But at the same time, he needs it a little bit less than Medusa, so it's tough between those two. But yeah, I would just pick whichever of those two that you personally prefer playing, and go with either Medusa or Hype. But again, if you can wait, then just wait. It's almost time for that free one from the calendar. Thank you again for the 2 sharks sending over another buck. Is that just for the Wallings? I think so. Let me see. Shark, thank you very much, dude. Let me just double check. I can teach you how to only get mentions online, BG. Oh, maybe that wasn't just for the wall. Is there a way? I mean, I still want to see, like, I don't only want to see the, I just want it for the the number on the app. Because I don't have any type of notifications turned on or anything like that. Like nothing, like the only thing that's on is the number on the app of how many messages are unread. If there's a way to do that with the mentions, I would love that. But of course, I still want to be able to read all the messages in the Alliance chat too. It's just, when I look at my phone, I just want to at a glance see if I'm needed for something, and then go back to doing what I'm doing if not, and then read the stuff later when I get a chance. So yeah, let me know if that's a possibility. Alright, I'm way scrolled up here. 3-star Clairvoyant is a Marvel Insider reward this month, I think. Interesting. Could be an option, but I may end up grinding for her. We'll see. OPG took up my first rank 2 6-star Warlock. Really loving him, dude. I love Warlock too. He's so cool. Filled that guaranteed heal block hole I had in the roster. He's the perfect heal blocker with suicides and so many other uses. Yeah, dude. Warlock, I think out of all the newer champions, in recent time here. Warlock is probably my favorite. Is there a person talking loudly or a TV near you? Can you hear that, Star? It's through the door and everything. I could tell lower it a little. And the word equals ornithophilus. Okay. Bird related, for sure. But maybe it's not a bird. Maybe it's just, like I said, bird related. I think it's having the tendencies of a bird, having the features of that similar to a bird. For example, D on It's Always Sunny. For all you sunny people out there. That is my guess. If anybody can hear it, just sanity check. Can't hear anything. I hear that. Okay. Some people can hear it a little. It's probably fine, right? If it gets annoying, let me know. Yeah, you can, dude. Okay. Alright, someone else saying click notifications, then go to mentions online to do it. Can you do it? Hold on. Kind of want to check this out right now. So, oh, no, wait, hold on. Ornithophilus, having a fondness for birds, bird loving, or 2, pollinated by birds. Damn it. All right, hang on. So in line, notifications. Everything is turned off. Hold on. Then go to mentions. I don't even see mentions here. Click this settings, turn on mentions, then individually mute chats. Wait, if I mute them, okay, so I still want to see, like, when I'm looking at the chats, a number next to it of unread messages. Will it make that go away? Because I don't want that to go away. I still need to be able to keep up with the chats. I just don't want the number on the outside of the app to show it all. Hold on. Click the settings, turn on mentions. Is that going to make something pop up on my phone too? Because I also don't want that. It's very particular what I want. I seriously don't even see anything for mentions. Is it because I have new messages turned off or something? Oh yeah, it's because I had new messages turned off. Get notified when you're mentioned in chats, even if a chat notifications are turned off. The chats will be muted, but you'll see all the mentions you get, and you'll see the numbers. Okay, hold on. That's exactly what you described you needed? Okay, alright. I'm excited. This will help me stay focused without constantly checking my phone every 2 seconds. Hold on. Where did that message go? Alright, click the settings, turn on mentions. Okay, that's on. Then individually mute chats. Okay. Muting my line chats, and it only notifies me if I'm tagged, but when I open line, I still get the numbers and all the messages. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, so I think I'm good here in the options. Let me go to muting the chats, I guess. Wait, sound. I don't want any sound. Crap. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I'm almost done here. Chats. How do you mute these things? How do you mute the chats? Oh my god. I don't know how to work line, guys. Son of a... Swipe left from main menu. Okay. Wait, they already were muted. All of these are already muted. Ah, whatever. I'll look at it later, man. What up, B to the G? What's up, Lags? How you doing, man? Yeah, they already were all muted though, so I don't know if what I did changed anything. Probably not. I don't know. Turn off all notifications for line. I just check like every hour or two. See, I don't even want to pop it over. Like if I'm focused, like if I'm working on something, man, I need to be as distraction free as possible. But I also want to be available if I'm needed for something, you know? So I want to be able to just like quickly see on the app icon. Down arrow at top right and hit mute. I don't think, oh boy. Get ready for cuteness overload. Lola in a blanket. She took a bath. It wasn't a blanket, it's a towel, I guess, or something. That smells like wet dog in here now. Oh jeez, voice crack. What defender do you hate to fight the most? Domino, probably. Domino, and I also dislike Havoc. Yeah, I don't think I figured out my line thing, by the way. Because I still see the number on the outside. Unless, well, let me go clear that number real quick. Okay, cleared that number. So next time somebody types in the Alliance chat, we'll see. Black Seraphim said it over 2 saying, Daddy! Black Seraphim, thank you very much for the 2, but for the last time, I am not your father. Thank you for the 2, though. I appreciate it, man. Lags, you brought Claire to Alliance War, eh? Okay. Let me know how that goes. I'm curious. Would you be a big fan of Omega and Void if you didn't run Suicides? Well, so Void, you don't want Suicides with Void. That's one of his drawbacks, I would say. is that so many people want to run suicides for other champions, and it kind of prevents them from playing Void as much just because with suicides he really isn't as good. With Omega, though, no. When I had suicides turned off because I did need to play Void more, I didn't play Omega at all. He's really not fun for me to play without suicides. He can still be used for certain things. He's still basically double immune with a bonus. Of if you have Coagulate, then you're just gonna be straight healing off of bleeds and stuff. So he can still be used without suicides, but for the everyday fight, no, he's boring and slow without suicides. BG, how would Rogue do in Act 6 skill path if you could just give a test with her? I think she would do good. She shrugs off debuffs quickly, buff and lifesteal, and is poison immune. Rogue is not poison immune. She can shrug it off faster, but she's not poison immune. I need a counter for Punisher is the thing, and I do not think that Rogue can counter that Punisher. That Punisher, by the time you build up to an L2 with Rogue, that Punisher has already gained a few bars of power. He's already gained like 3 bars of power, and then when you use your special, sure, you're going to steal some power, but you're going to feed him probably more power than you're going to steal. Because of the 200% power gain, because of the over 200% power gain he's going to have. He's going to have, you know, about 215, 220 by the time you get your first L1 off, and or I'm sorry, L2 off. And yeah, I just don't see it working out. Which Punisher? It's in 6.2.5. Dude, I went to record a video after your stream. My voice was insane. Turns out it was my mic. I unplugged it and replugged it back to normal. So weird. Oh, dude, is that what it was? Dude, I was gonna say, man, your voice was jacked up, man. It was bad. It really did sound like a witness protection program thing. I just thought you like really lost your voice. But it made sense now that you're saying it was a technical issue, because you were like surprised. You sounded surprised when I said it. And normally, if your voice is off, you're able to tell, you know? Even if it's just slightly off. Make a video tweeted, but I think where you'll end up with this is pop-up notification when you're mentioned. I don't... Oh, if that's what we're talking about, I don't want a pop-up notification at all. But people are saying that's not what it is. I don't know. I'll just knowing that there may be a solution to that issue, it gets me excited, and I'll look into it later. Okay, I'm stuck at 6.2.2. Don't have Hella Angela for Heimdall Synergy. Been waiting for months. Do you have any other champions that can handle Caustic Temper? Poison immune with a Fury buff? Because you don't need the Heimdall Synergy if you have that. The other annoying thing about Realm of Legend, that the first 2 fights are honestly the most annoying to me. Where Soldier Special 2 is unevadable, and sometimes Punisher Special 1 too early and miss. Parrying her is annoying. For Captain Marvel, are you saying? Dude, I love fighting Captain Marvel. I wish she was the first fight in there. She's the best. Shark sent over another buck saying, you turn on the notifications that you get the pop-ups, and then you mute the chats and you only get mentions as the pop-up. By mentions, you're talking about the little number outside of the app icon, right? That's what we're talking about, right? J Metz also sent over another buck, making it nice and easy for me to update the wall. Thank you, guys. Jay, where is your last one at? Okay. BG, another thought. What about Cole for 6.2.5? Even if you get him to rank 4, all you would need to do is get him to 5 charges, and then Mordo would go down even easier with no evades. I don't know much about Cole, to be honest. What I do know about him is that he's not super sustainable, which for an itemless run kind of worries me. Everyone that I've ever heard talk about playing Cole says that he's devastatingly strong, but they all use items in like the build-up process. He would be used for the cosmic path, if anything, and the cosmic path I feel like I have a pretty good handle on. I just needed to string together a better run than I was, and those runs, they do take a while. I am curious though. I would need to see kind of the same story. Is I would need to see a Cole versus Mordo boss fight to see if that is in fact true, that he would be able to do that fight before I made a move like that. Because the other thing that I know about Cole is you need to get heavy attacks off, right? Does he have a way of preventing Mordo's astral evade? Wait, is that what you were just saying? Wait, maybe that is what you just said. Oh yeah, okay, you said with no evades. Okay, so I guess he can parry heavy Mordo. Shark sending over another buck saying mentions are the at ContestChampion tags. You will still have the notification numbers. I'm confused. Yeah, mentions are the at ContestChampion tags. Yes, you will still have the notification numbers. So yes to what I was asking, that though, right? I only want a number for those, and it sounds like that's what it is. BG, just to clarify, you're just trying to get rid of the numbers on the line app icon. So, all right, I'll say exactly what I'm looking for again. Oh, Mad Cat's in here saying mentions like this. Yeah, I know that part. I know, yeah, I know what that is. I know what the mentions are. Okay, so I want to take away all of the numbers from the line app icon except for the numbers of me getting tagged in the chat, for me getting mentioned in the chat. And then I still want to be able to open up the line chat at a convenient time to my, whenever it's convenient for me, and go through the messages that are unread. But I don't want a notification number of it. I just want to know when I'm tagged. This way I can, at a glance, if I'm busy, not have to sift through messages to see if something was said or, that I needed to address immediately or something like that, I'm just looking to be less distracted while working so I can get more content out and all that stuff. The number you're talking about is called a badge. Badge, okay. The badge number. Officer, can I have your badge number, please? Wait, which arena am I even in? Let's go do the other arena. I'm gonna do the 6-star one. PG, give number for 5-star crystal. Give number for 5-star crystal? I'm not sure what that means, but I'll give a number of 6. If you tested by the red number versus if you do pull down menu for notifications when look. What? pull down menu, you're talking like the iPhone swipe down from the top to see notification thing. What are you talking about? The number of messages on the app icon can either be all or none. Okay, so what you basically set up today is only going to give you a pop-up notification if you are tagged in it. You always have the number of messages in total on the app. Oh, well that doesn't help then. That doesn't help because I don't want to get any pop-up notifications at all. I don't need those. If you can't do it, you can turn off notifications through Control Center. The notification, the settings on the phone, you will still have to open line to see your tags. So there's no, it's, just to be clear now, there's no way to do what I'm looking for. Can I can give up on it. Set it back to where it was. Numbers are all or nothing. Yeah, see, that's the problem. That's what I thought. The number is the only thing I care about because everything else is muted. Everything else is disabled. I don't want any of that other stuff. So, the number next to the app icon to me is better than having like the pop-up messages and stuff. And I'm sure a lot of people rather have the pop-up messages, but I don't. Thought you want to tag notifications? Yeah, no. Only the number. The number is the only thing I cared about. Lame. Very lame. Damn you, Line app. I would actually pay them if they had like a pro feature for that or something like that, you know, a pro version to the app, a paid for version. I wouldn't mind. I use their app enough without ever paying. Oh well. You can turn off numbers in your notification settings. Yeah, but I don't want to completely turn off the numbers. I need the numbers there. I don't want to turn them off completely. I only want to turn them off for the times that I'm not mentioned, but it's not possible. Not saying Discord has better notification settings, but not saying it. Yeah, I know. I've heard Discord. I mean, of course, I already know Discord has that, since that's how I have it set up in Discord already. I believe people told me they used Slack. Was it Slack, or was it one of the other ones? I can't remember, but there was other apps that people used that said they were able to set up the way that I want, and yeah, just not Line. But yeah, Discord, I really like. I mean, you know, Discord kind of goes above and beyond what I need. So it's a little bit confusing at times, but they do have better options for sure. And I have exactly what I want on Discord, where it has just like a little, what is it? It's like a little white dot or something like that if there are unread messages, but like a number only shows up when actually tagged, and it's beautiful. It's perfect. I would love if Line had something like that, where it just had, okay, yeah, if there's unread messages, have that little white dot, and then if I'm tagged in something, then give me a number based on how many times I was tagged. Be perfect. If you set it to badges only, you will only get the red number in the corner and not notifications in the notification center or lock screen. Yeah, that's how I have it set up right now, but not for it's for all the messages. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want that. It's not possible. We could just move past it. If people are saying it's not possible, I believe them. It's fine. I've had it set up like this for years. It's all right. It'd be nice if could improve it a little bit, but whatever. Ooh. Wait a minute. Today's Monday, right? I gotta do a duel. Guys, get your duel in. For what's it called? For the Summoner Showdown. What's it's Ms. Insomnia, Statbot. What are the three names? Just give me one of them. Actually. Is it like this? Jedi Master? Oh, MCOC MS? Okay. Alright, cool. I'm not even familiar with like I'm familiar with these names. Two of them at least. Jedi, I don't know if I've heard of Jedi. I'll have to find out more info about that person. Actually, Kabam, they already put out their thing about the people, right? I should read those. But as far as like their fighting and who I think's gonna win, I have no idea. I don't know any of the what's it called? I don't know how like I don't know which one is the best fighter or something like that to even make an educated guess. So I just duel anybody, guys. Duel anybody. Make sure you get your refills. BG, quick question. 3 hours, 12 minutes, good for Legend Run? Yeah, it's a great time. You probably got it. Jedi is someone Chunky is friends with, if I remember correctly. Ah, okay. Got it. Alright, back to the arena. Screenshot of fight? You don't have to do the screenshot of fight thing unless you want to also enter to win a 5-star. I've never done a screenshot of the fight. I just do the duel and get my refills. Night night BG. Alright, Shark. Have a good one. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have voted for Jedi then, because if what's it called? If Chunky got if it was a friend of Chunky's or something, maybe it's a person that is a really good fighter or something. I don't know. You kind of resemble that new Vision. Thank you. I'm a superhero. You dueling isn't the dang vote? Well then why do I get credit for it? Jedi is in Kenobi, but you have to vote on the website. I'm so damn confused. Votes are just tabulated on the same site the 5-star entries are. Okay. Whatever. I'm getting my refills. I don't care. Oh man. Life is tough today, guys. Don't SP3 me. This dueling gets you participation refills. Okay, well that's all I wanted. Do my one duel. I don't know who's gonna win anyway. Whatever. Give me the refills. You get the energy refills for dueling. Vote. Okay, you get the energy refills for dueling. Vote gives 5-star entry. 3 screenshots give 1 entry per for 5-star. 3 screenshots? What? How confident are you that you will win the fight with Seaton? Does a tie count as a win? 100% if a tie counts as a win. Here's BG. When does the legend results come out anyway? Usually about a week after the event quest is over. So when the new event quest begins, somewhere between like 5 and 7 days-ish. One per target type deal. Ah, okay. What's the link to vote and submit screenshots? Well, there we go. Star linked it, I think. Yeah, I've never been to that website or that URL or whatever. Listen, guys, I may be one of the hosts for the tournament, but you know what I mean? It's that info isn't really vital to my commentating. So I just chose to not even pay attention. Just watch your earlier stream, man. Punisher is killing you. He is. He's tough, man. Extremely tough fight. I'd rather fight boss fights than have to fight that guy. He is the boss. He's the final boss of 6.2.5. I mean, I could definitely do it off of, like, you know, reviving Omega and going back in a second fight, but it has to be a one-shot, really. Is your plate full? Say yes. Yes? Just BG, are you part of the content creator boss rush? Reply, please. I am not. I'm not in the content creator program. I did get to pick a fight for the first time around. But I'm no longer part of the content creator program. OG Punisher, Mutant Path, how about Nightcrawler? He can dex pretty much anything. We thought about Nightcrawler, but essentially he's not going to have the damage output. The fight's going to go on for ages, and he's going to have so much power gain, so much armor, and so much block proficiency and attack that if he hits me even a single time, you know, it's going to be lights out. Everyone says Ghost is the best. Well, if everyone says it, it's probably a reason. Then again, that's not always true. What do you think cutoff for 6.4 Legends run will be like? Really want to go for one, but have come up just short for every Legends run I've gone for. Didn't have Corvus before, though. Hard to say, because there's a really big incentive for 6.4 with the exclusive 6-star champion that's being given out. But at the same time, it could potentially be a very long run, which would act as a deterrent for some people. Now, Kabam, they did have a little write-up about 6.3 for the people in the beta, at least, that I'm pretty sure is gonna, well, I think they're gonna talk about publicly. I don't think they talked about it publicly technically, right? They just talked about it to the people in the beta, and those people share the info with everyone else. I think that's how it went. Anyway, one of the points they talked about in there is that the feedback about 6.2 is that there were too many paths. So Kabam might shorten the number of paths in Act 6 going forward, and if so, that would reduce the total time required and actually maybe not be so much of a deterrent if it doesn't take as long. So I don't know. It's really hard to say. The Punisher is just a pain for mutants. No one does him well. If I had to use BG's roster, I'd improve on Omega Red or try to get lucky and blow him up with Domino. Yeah, I do think Omega Red's probably the best option. Like I've thought about trying to preserve Namor's health too, and blowing him up with Namor. But I think I would feed him so much power that by the time I got my specials, I wouldn't be able to crit. And because of his increased armor, all of my increased attack is not going to be enough to slay the beast. So I do feel like Omega, or maybe, I mean, if I had a Sunspot, someone mentioned Sunspot, which I thought was pretty interesting. You see Sunspot's abilities again? Yeah, Sunspot's interesting. I mean, of course, I don't have him, but I would try him if I did. And then, of course, you know, there's Quake, which at some point maybe I would have to actually play Quake, but as I've said plenty of times in the past, I'm just not a fan of Quake. Self-cam's note thing from beta, which could change? Yeah, it could change. Brian, I love you. Demiak, I love you too, man. What is the node for this Punisher? Curious? I'll show it real quick. I was in there all day pretty much. So if you're curious to see like how the fight actually goes, you could check out today's earlier live stream, but I'll show the nodes real quick. So it's this Punisher right here. He's at the end of this path. And then you make your merry way over to the Mortal Boss when you're done. And the nodes on this guy are Aspect of Evolution, which of course he gains all kinds of good stuff. Every bar of power that he gains. Limber, so you only get a limited number of parries. And then 200% power gain, which combined with Aspect of Evolution is where the fight really just goes off the rails very quickly. Because yeah, you're just feeding him so much power, and his stats are just go through the roof. You know, he has it's 5% crit resistance every time he gains a bar of power, and you know, after synergies. What's my crit chance? Like 35% at best, something like that? Or did I say synergies? I meant after masteries. Like after masteries, you know, my champions, let's say they got up to about 35%. Well, 7 bars of power is all it takes for this guy to not even be able to be crit at all. And even before we reach 7 bars of power, you know, him just gaining like 1 or 2 bars of power, it cuts my damage so much. And then when I'm not critting, I can't pierce his armor. And if his armor keeps going up, well, eventually I'm not really doing a whole lot of damage to him either. And then, of course, that's just for me to get through the fight quickly. The rest of it is that he's gaining attack, he's gaining block penetration, so eventually he starts hitting really hard too, and it's just rough. It's pretty rough. Brian, I enjoy giving you crap, which means I like you as a person, and I like your wife more still. Okay, thank you. How would you feel about a Netflix Punisher in the game, BG? I'd love it. I'm not even sure what Netflix Punisher is, really. Oh, there's more to this node, by the way. He's also bleed immune, and there's this vigor node here as well. Which, these two, whatever. You know, the bleed immune part is kind of... It kind of hurts because if he was not bleed immune, then maybe the new Old Man Logan would be able to pierce through this guy fast enough, but probably not even, because he relies on crit bleeds, right? And with all the crit resistance, he couldn't even apply those crit bleeds. But the bleed, I mean, just getting bleed through without having to worry about like the extra armor and stuff like that, it could be pretty nice for certain champs. Anywho, let's get out of here. And then, of course, on top of all of that, there's still the global to deal with. And yes, you need 4 mutant champions to even do that path at all, to even get on the path. So it's pretty limiting in terms of other champs you can bring. Alright, anyway, back to the arena. I need to gain some units because tomorrow I need to reset my masteries. Because tomorrow I'm going 5 out of 5 MD. Oh yeah. Medusa doesn't help with the armor shatter. Havoc with Wasp synergy. I don't have Havoc or Wasp. And Medusa with armor shatter for that fight, it wouldn't really do much. Against Punisher, a bleed immune Punisher, it's not gonna do squat. Need you a time for the item list run tomorrow. It's always hard to say. In the daytime, it's not going to be quite as early as this morning's was, but I don't want to get in there too late either. I'm hoping to hop in there sometime around 10, sometime between 10 and noon. The earlier the better, though. Closer to 10 a.m. the better. But it's probably going to be, if I had to guess, maybe like 10:30 or 11 even. Pacific time, by the way. Does Void have any effect on the power gain? No, Void is not really an option. We've tried it. I've tried out a lot of options and gone through a lot of options. So although I hate to, I don't really want to turn down suggestions and ideas and stuff like that, but we have gone through a lot of options already. So just to prevent repeating myself over and over, if you're curious about the fight and the champions that we've theorized and stuff like that, yeah, you might want to just check out the earlier stream. There'll be all the answers there. Damn, dude, you are cornered with the itemless cuffs a little bit. You pulled 6-star Emma. A lot of guys are telling rank 2 worthy, but I'm not feeling her. Thoughts since you have her? No matter what, if you're not feeling a champion, stop thinking about ranking her up. Don't even think about it. If you're not into the champ, it's going to be a waste of resources. That's number 1. Number 2 is she's potentially rank 2 worthy if you have a real need to use her. Because if you notice, a lot of people don't really use Emma outside of a few situations. So if you're not finding yourself in those situations, then yeah, no, don't. Some people like to force the idea of, oh, you got a good 6-star, so that you rank 2 them. And no, that's not a good way of thinking. You know, it's a great champion to pull. You can use them at rank 1. If you really want to rank them up, you can rank them up, like, you know, at a later date or something. They're not going anywhere. Do not force 6-star rank ups. Look to your 5 stars first. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to help you progress further in the game. They're more effective in a lot of cases. Emma, maybe not so much with Emma because I don't think her awaken ability is all that useful, but from what I've heard at least. But for the most part, most 5 stars, they're actually stronger than their 6-star counterpart. There are exceptions, of course, though. There's always exceptions to everything that I'm saying here. When is the Colossus and Old Man Logan buff go live? I can't remember. I think someone said the next update, but then I thought someone else said not the next update. I'm not totally sure. Good to see you, Brian. I think I'll knock out Nighty Night, darling. All right, Demiok. Have a good one, dude. Do you have sparkles? I do not have sparkles, no. Who's the best champion in your opinion? Well, it's mostly about finding the right champion for the job, so it depends on the fight we're talking about. But all around, just kind of the strongest, in my opinion, is Ghost. But I really don't even think it's a good idea to think of the game that way. You really want to focus on the situation that you're in. We're given, you know, there's like 150 champions in this game or something. And the way the game is designed is that, you know, every champion, they have some unique abilities to handle certain situations. So just thinking about, like, trying to rank champions and stuff, it doesn't, you know, maybe it's fun for people to think about. I don't want to be a total buzzkill there, but I really don't even think it's helpful to think that way about the game. Should I use the Tech Awakening Gem on rank 5 Ghost, Infinity Man, or wait for Sparky? Well, as I was just saying, Ghost is exceptionally powerful champion. The one thing about Ghost is that she has a pretty different playstyle compared to most champions. You don't really parry with her. You do more of the phasing thing, so make sure you're comfortable with that style before you awaken her. Yes, just say it. You know you want to. I always say it for Ghost. There's nothing new there about Ghost. I'm still not gonna give you a top 10 breakdown or something like that. BG, what animations are among your favorites? The new what's it called? The new Claire. Her animations are beautiful. Love her animations. Torch, I would say, is up there, really high as well. I was just using Bishop earlier, and I'm a pretty big fan of Bishop's animations. Heimdall, his special 3, I actually think is really cool. So I like Heimdall's. Some of Namor's are super sick. Yeah, there's so many good animations in this game. Those are the ones that immediately came to mind, but Hela, she actually has a pretty sick L3 animation. What's cool about this game is even the champions that, like, I don't enjoy playing, like Hela. I hate playing Hela. I can still appreciate just how cool her animations are. You know, and it's just fun to look at sometimes. Like BG has said plenty of times, it's the right champ for the job. Exactly. Warlock has great animations. I think, oh, Warlock. Yeah, how could I forget about Warlock? Yeah, he has some of the best. Some super crazy animations. I love his. Graham Art Department is the only part of the company that never lets us down. Yeah, they do such an amazing job, man. Some people still complain at times. But I guess that's just the nature. Oh, God, I'm dead. It's just human nature to complain sometimes, I guess. But, yeah, man, I agree. They crush it. They've only gotten better, too. Like, they didn't... Oh, jeez. They didn't used to put as many, like, particle effects into things. I mean, Sparkles, Captain Sparkle. Oh, please don't lose this fight. I need to win this. Thank you. Whew. Did you even hit that Venom? I don't know. It was bad. Rough. 10 push-ups every time you lose in arena? Oh, man, I can only afford to lose once then, man. I can only do about 10 push-ups. Ghost is the best champion for almost every job, though. Definitely the most versatile champ currently, I think. Yeah, you're not wrong. She is one of the best champions for most jobs, I would say. Alright, let's run some 6s. Can you stock Punisher with Namor until he gets Imperious Rex naturally? Even take as much damage as you can till sacrificing Namor. Finish the rest with Omega. Worth a try. I've considered that. It would take 90 seconds to naturally get my Imperious Rex. And I don't think I can dance around for 90 seconds. Like, maybe I could. I would only be able to get one Imperious Rex, though. I wouldn't be able to double up the well, I mean, I guess you only... instead of Imperious Rex, I meant Fury. I'd only be able to get one Fury. Which... I don't even know if that would be enough. I guess if I, you know... only use my specials after that to not really feed him power, I would still have my full crit rate. And... yeah, I guess I could do a lot of damage with the L2. I think it's worth a try. But it's also, part of the problem is it's just tough to get there with a fully intact Namor. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it would work out. Like, 90 seconds is kind of a long time. If I go in there with full health, I can probably, like, just barely survive that long. As long as I don't take those uppercuts, which I have been known to take against that dude from time to time. It's tough. It's tough. Oh, and then okay, so the other part of it I think you said was if Namor dies, back him up with Omega. So both champions would have to be relatively healthy at that point, and now we're talking like, man, I would need just a super solid run to pull that off. And then also just having one champion dead with the way the node on Mordo works. It just makes it tough. Makes it real tough. On the bright side, Punisher's Heavy is on the hit list. Yeah, I guess so. Any of those uppercuts, because they have a faster... they're faster than other heavies, right? Is that what it is? So it's going to be a little bit slower or something? BG, do you think the greater gifting crystals will be different this year, as in who will be in them? Well, the greater gifting crystals, it's going to be interesting to see if we even have them this year. I think Kabam said they were committed to bringing the gifting back in this game. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since they even talked about it. But they pulled gifting from the game kind of a while ago. So are they going to even, you know, have gifting in the game again by the time the holidays roll around? I don't know. But who would be in them? I would just think that, you know, probably just Kang and Thanos again. And then the rest of the stuff they always give. What's your favorite current email password? Favorite current email password? Well, I really like password 1. It's it's really good. The old password 1, you know. The default they give you for like routers and stuff. That's my favorite. Sup fellas, sup Ham. Yes, pulled 5-star Wasp. Now my Ghost team is ready for Act 6. Nice, congratulations. Good night, all. All right, John, have a good one. BJ, I admire because you have a tough time in your itemless runs, but you still continue to fight and don't quit. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm never going to quit. BG, you running suicides? I am running suicides at the moment, but they will be switched off for tomorrow's stream, where we're going back to fight the champion. And I need suicides off and Mystic Dispersion on. They've made temporary gifting badges before. This is a little different, though. We'll see what they do. I mean, it's a huge moneymaker for Kabam, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was like a deadline goal of gifting needs to be back for the holidays. Consider magic in the Punisher path? I just don't think magic would work well against Mordo, so I need an option for that Mordo. I think it's good to awaken and rank up 5-star Omega Red to rank 5 over the 6-star unduped version. Yes, absolutely. For a number of reasons. Number 1, Omega Red pretty much needs to be awakened. He's not so powerful unawakened. Number 2, he needs a high SIG level. So even if your 6-star was awakened at low SIG level is still far weaker than an awakened high SIG level. And number 3, it's just cheaper. You'll be able to get your next rank up faster beyond doing that 5-star rank up. So in pretty much every way, the 5-star is going to be a better rank up decision. I find simple dumb words are best, like paper plate or hot dog sand chili. Oh, for your password? Dude, I was like, wait, what? You're just randomly talking about some dumb words? I was about to be like, I like the word swordfish or falafel. But I didn't realize we're talking about for passwords. Took me a second to remember. I mean, now that I say that, swordfish makes a good password probably, right? Now that I said it, though, I could never use it. Great. Thanks a lot. What would convince me to run Suicides, BG? I've never run them. Also, masteries, they really just enhance your characters at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. It's just trying to enhance your characters in a more customizable way. Because, of course, you know, it's totally dependent on the champions that you're pulling. So some champions are significantly stronger with the Suicide Masteries, just like some champions would be significantly stronger with Deep Wounds, all the bleed-based champions, you know. So yeah, if you find yourself using some of these very suicide-friendly, or some people would even go as far to say suicide-required champions, it's going to be hugely beneficial. The game will just be easier for you, you know, just like any other upgrade you can do in any other kind of way. It's going to make the game easier. Outside of that, suicides are incredibly powerful in the arena, regardless of what champion you're using. Just dealing, you know, 60% more damage, or having 60% more attack, which is technically not the same, but it's roughly the same. Let's just say, you know, 60% more damage to get through the fight. Like, you don't have to bait out specials as much. Like, look at this. I just killed this cable without having to go through that phase of, oh, I'm so stupid. I'm just gonna walk up to your face and leave my guard down, but you can't hit me because it's gonna push me to L3. Like, I didn't have to bother with that. Suicide's allowed for that extra damage. It doesn't allow for it in every fight, and it looks like this fight's going slow enough that I'm probably going to have to bait out specials. I think I played it wrong though. With Torch, how do you build them up against Mystics? Do I have to get hit first a few times? Or not hit, but like blocked hits? Whatever, this guy's playing too stupid. But yeah, it just speeds up Arena, and the faster you can get through Arena, the more resources you're getting overall, and again, just furthering your progression. Suicides are not for everybody. They're not for every champion. They're not for every situation. So it's something that you know, at times you would turn off, but they are extremely powerful. BG, take blocked hits or charge heavy? I guess I could have charged my heavy. BG, what's the biggest / funniest early game mistake you made? For example, I used to spend the 5 units to refresh arena fights over and over. Well, I mean, I don't know if this is if this qualifies, but the first thing that comes to mind is when I was new, there must have been some kind of Daredevil event going on. It was the Netflix Daredevil, so I guess it was his monthly promotion thing or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, there was an event where you got points. I don't even know how you got points. I was still so new to the game at the time that I didn't even understand what was happening. But I downloaded the game. I joined my friend's alliance, which was just a few of us, just all kind of playing casually. And it looked like at certain milestones, you would just get the champion. You would get 2-star Daredevil, 3-star Daredevil. Eventually, if you made it far enough, I think maybe the 4-star was in there. I don't know. But it was like you got the champions multiple times. And, you know, I asked my friend, I was like, hey, if we know we're gonna get this character again, should we just sell them and get some resources? At the time, I didn't even know about duplicating a champion. That's how new I was to the game. And my friend was like, yeah, that's a good idea. So I ended up selling my 2-star Punisher, and we never got to the next milestone to get the next 2-star Punisher. And as a result, I didn't have 2-star Punisher for a long time. He's not in the regular Premium Hero Crystal or 2-star Crystal. And how I have him now is eventually he came back around through like I think it was a Valentine's Day promotion or something like that, where it was like a romance crystal or something, you know, the ones where they had like the relationships are in there. Daredevil, you mean? Did I say Deadpool or something like that? Yeah, Daredevil is who I'm talking about. The Netflix Daredevil. And yeah, it took me. I spent 700 units on those crystals to finally get them back. But all that time, I just thought I would never get them again. I was like, oh no, man, I lost this exclusive 2-star because I didn't understand how the game worked at the time. So it wasn't a huge deal at the end of the day. It's just a 2-star, but to somebody who likes to collect as many champions as possible, it hurt. Swashbuckler sending over 150 rupees. Thank you so much, saying for 6.2.5 Punisher, have you considered 6-star Batman? I have, but he's not a mutant, so I'd have to take out my Void. And unless Batman can beat Mordo, which, good luck, then I don't think he's the best option. I have not considered the Joker yet, though. Maybe, just maybe, if I get a Joker, I could do it. Swashbuckler, thank you very much for the 150 rupees, though. Appreciate it, man. Would Batman be skill or tech? Yes. I don't know. I'd probably say skill. He's got some tech stuff, but I think he's mostly a fighter, right? I don't know. It would be one of those at Kabam's discretion type of thing. Depending on the version of Batman they added, it might be a more tech flavored one, or could be skill if you know, depending on the the version. I know whenever you set defense, some go to limber and stuff, but if you just need to do some specific content real quick, not worried about turning on and off for Alliance War. Oh, I see there's a part 1 to your question here. When turning off suicides, do you just leave out those 7 points or put them in somewhere anyways? No, I just leave them out. I just leave them out. So I only reset my offensive tree, and then I place everything except for the suicides, including glass cannon, by the way. I don't put a point in glass cannon. I leave that out as well. So there's 8 points left out. And then when my defenders are all placed, then I put those 8 points back in. Who is better? Rank 2 option is 6-star, Corvus or Cole? Corvus. He's just a better all-around champ in most situations. But Cole is not necessarily bad, and if you have a specific use case for Cole, you know, could be the way to go for you personally. But in general, I'd rather have a 6-star Corvus. Batman equals massacre in this game? Really? You think so? I don't know if I see it. But I don't know a ton about either of the 2 characters, I guess. Joker it is then. Can't wait for itemless champion run. Yeah, man. This should be fun. Batman Beyond equals tech. I'm just going to say yes, pretending I know what Batman Beyond is. I've heard Batman Beyond before, but does he have more gadgets in that iteration, that version? BG, can you check my previous message, please? Yeah, so nicely that sure, I will. Where's your previous message? Previous message is... a message that I can't find. Well, I tried to find your last one. Hold on, let me control F it. See if it's here. Here we go. Void or Omega or Nick, who should I rank 5 first? Depends, man. They're all good champions. It depends on, you know, what masteries you're running, what your goals are, who you're most comfortable with. Who are you using right now the most, if you have them all at equal ranks? Because whoever you're using the most should probably just be your first rank 5. The one you feel most comfortable, your go-to champ. And if you're running suicide masteries, I would strongly recommend Omega Red over the other 2. If you're not using suicides, well, then I would go with one of the other 2 champs, Void or Nick. But it's really got to be a personal decision at the end of the day. You got to be happy with the champion you're taking up. I think I would do Omega if I was running suicides and Void if I was not. But that's kind of my personal preference. Nothing wrong against Nick, or nothing against Nick Fury. It's just he. I mean, how much does he rely on his bleeds? A lot, right? Like, he still hits. There's still ways to have him hit pretty hard, even against bleed immunes, but I think there's a good portion of his damage coming from bleeds, right? So if the enemy's bleed immune or something like that, it could be rough. Moon Knight is the Batman of Marvel. Ooh, now that one I can see. That one I could definitely see. Massacre carries a bat equals Batman. Oof, you make a good point. Night Thrasher is more like Batman. I could see that one too. It does feel like Moon Knight is, even though you know, they look a lot different and everything. I kind of get the same vibe from Moon Knight for some reason. Although wait, Moon Knight's more of an is Moon Knight an assassin? type of a character. That's not really what Batman is all about, right? Anywho. Last 6 stars here. You left a 6-star team? I'm getting to it right now. BG, my item, the End Hairless Hero. Thank you, man. Item End Hairless. Good night. Alright, have a good one. Gonna be happier with the first rank 5 I had. My wifey Domino. Ooh. Very nice. BG, WTF is wrong with Golden Adaptoid and Monthly Quest. Who are better counters? I haven't fought him in the monthly. If there's a Golden Adaptoid, usually Golden Adaptoids, that's the one that evades like crazy, right? I don't know what other nodes he has, but he's always been kind of a pain. Any type of anti-evade, true strike style champ could be alright. Oh my god, I'm just running straight into all these specials tonight. Specials and heavies. And jeez. If you watch any Moon Knight stuff, everyone will tell you he is Marvel's Batman. Okay. Moon Knight has multiple personality disorder, has 4 personalities. Ah, with the moon phases. Okay. Venom the Duck guide, eventually. But, yeah. Still a work in progress. Or with suicides all the time, if not Void. Omega Red with suicides all the time. If not Void, as he adds something different. Fury is great, but you can still bleed someone with other champs. It's not going to get you through those regen fights. Yeah, I mean, so there's arguments for any of the champions, really. Some people like to say Void is good enough 1 rank down below your max, just because, you know, you don't need him at the max rank to be reversing regen and stuff like that. And that's a pretty fair and valid point. But I like the champion, and I use him outside of just those situations, which is why I like having him at a higher rank. But, you know, someone could certainly say that and go with Nick Fury, just wanting as much damage as possible from their highest damage-dealing champ or something. He would get through... Okay, so there's something else that I don't talk about a lot when I talk about rank-up options, but it is something that matters, and something to keep in mind. If you are someone that farms potions, even just having a champion that is pretty decent at farming potions, you don't need the best of the best, but, you know, someone like Void is really not good at potion farming. Omega without suicides is not good at potion farming. Nick Fury would be the best out of those 3, and could be a reason to rank him up if you didn't have anyone else. It's something to consider. There's so much to consider with all of these rank ups, and it's what makes the game interesting, but it also makes it tough. Makes it tough to decide. I know you aren't a big comic guy, but if Kabam were to release a DC Contest of Champions, would you play it? Why or why not? No, I would not play it. I only want one game like this, you know? I don't want to play an MCOC clone, which is why I never bothered playing that other the Transformers MCOC game, basically. Transformer Contest of Champions, I think that's what it's called, or Contest of Transformers. Forged to Fight, I actually know the name, but yeah, I never bothered with that game because, I mean, I already have a game like this that's more established. Like, sometimes it can be fun starting over in a game from scratch, especially if there are little improvements, because I'm sure if a company wanted to make a DC version of this game, you know, they could look at any of the mistakes that, you know, Kabam has made and kind of learn from that and maybe come out with a better title. But good luck. Like, it would not be easy to do on their part, and I really only want to play one game like this. Eventually, when I get tired of this game and stop playing it, I also would want to play something probably completely different. But who knows when that'll be, man. I'm still really enjoying this game. BG, does the egg move? The egg moves. Yes, it just cannot be opened. BG, I have Omega Red and Hyperion at rank 5, and I'm looking for advice for who to R5 next. Options: OG Vision, Sig 140, Venom of the Duck, Sig 50, Aegon, Sig 50, Blade, Unawakened, and Stark Spidey, Unawakened, or wait. Do you have any interest in Labyrinth? Because if you do, then Aegon would certainly be a great option for that. I think OG Vision is not a bad option, but is it a bad option? I don't know. OG Vision is such a great champion, but I would maybe recommend having a couple more rank 5s at least before rank 5ing him, unless you're just a big OG Vision fan. Because if you are a big fan of his, then go for it. It does round out the other champions that you have, gives you some class diversity. Those other champions, they don't really have power control. I mean, Omega is kind of a power control champion in his play style if you just slow play things, but I probably would not go Venom the Duck because you already have a good Cosmic Champion ranked up, and there's a lot of crossover between the two. That said, Venom the Duck could help you complete Variant 2, and if you complete Variant 2, then you would get more rank up materials, and it's not like it would be a wasteful rank up. Blade Unawakened, I'm thinking, nah. Stark Spidey Unawakened, also thinking, nah. They're both decent without their Awakened abilities and stuff, but still. That's a tough call, man. I would say the first 3 options that you gave are decent ones. Aegon if you wanted to do Labyrinth, Venom the Duck if you wanted to get through Variant 2 easier and get those other rank up resources faster, or OG Vision if you're just a big fan of OG Vision. But it's tough, man. Fall Variants Act 6 and Labyrinth to do still. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was kind of leaning toward Vision because I bring him to war a lot. Okay, go with Vision then. If you bring him to war a lot, then go for it. That's a good reason to rank him up. I've heard the Golden Age crystals are the biggest in the game. Can you confirm? Also, I think the next arena will be a crystal like the Sterling one on the tab. Pique your interest at all? Not really. But interesting. What makes you think there's going to be a crystal one? Is this the time of year that they normally come out the crystal ones? I thought they do that more around late December, where they have like the throwback 2018 crystal or 2019 crystal or whatever. BG, 14.6 million in Claire Arena, trying to grind. Dude, you're doing excellent. 14.6 mil already? Very nice. As far as the Golden Age crystals, can I confirm if they're the biggest? I could look at it in the spinner thing without spinning it, right? Ooh, 75 units. But I don't know if my eye is good enough to tell something like that. The email they sent out said they would run arenas with crystals for these champs. Current one has Scent and Thing. Okay, I'm slightly more intrigued. Yes. Do you think Thing can handle that Punisher? You would have to survive long enough to get his attack built up, but it wouldn't take that long if he's getting 5% attack, and he already starts out with plus 250% attack. It'd be a slow, long fight, but I mean, if you reduce all the damage from his L3 and you're not taking the bleed because Thing is bleed immune, um, Thing might be able to handle that fight. I don't know if that would help because I don't know if Thing without synergies can take that Mordo at the end. Um, but it's interesting. Hmm. If that crystal has Thing in it, and if there's not like also 40 other options, then that does pique my interest some. Uh, these are big-looking crystals. Have we seen this model before? It looks familiar, but I can't really place it. It almost reminds me of like the featured Sentry crystal or something. Looks cool. Not opening it right now though. I don't have Doc Ock. I'm not even sure if he'd be good for that fight, but I don't have him either way. BG, do you think a 5-star Quake? Do you have a 5-star Quake? Feel like Quake can do that fight? Even with Limber, Quake can do the fight. Yes, I just don't like Quake. I may have to just go with her anyway at some point, but I'm trying to avoid using her. She is probably the #1 option for that fight. I'm not sure how Ghost does too, but I don't have Ghost, but Ghost might also be quite effective for that fight if I did have her. It's not about the size of the crystal. Good call. It's about how when it explodes, what comes out. Doc Ock is good because of Spite, mostly in that fight against Punisher. Very effective. There's no Spite in the Punisher fight. You're going to do itemless run after this. Tomorrow morning. So roughly 10 to 12 hours from right now is when I'm going to start. Is there a way to get Thing for the champion gate like that single arena in the past? Well, there's no way to target him as if he was in the arena because he's not in the arena right now. The best there is like he's in a dungeon crystal and then he's in the basic crystal. I don't think he's in the featured right now. I think probably gets around the 6.2.5 global while he has the 100% reduced damage. Yeah, I think so too. Yo, BG, I was able to catch you. I have something super important to tell you. Hi. What's up, Orange Juice? All right, guys. Yeah, I am out of here though because I do want to try to get back early tomorrow. So to try to mess around with that champion boss quest. And I am still kind of tired from earlier and everything. Last week of the month, the 1v1 spits out crystal for 2-star versions of the gated champs. Whoops, I'm sorry. The gated champions for the special event. I thought you were talking about like a 5-star version or something. Yeah. So what Coat Hanger said. All right. But I am out of here. Jay, Mets, and Shark. Thank you both very much for being the big deeds of the night. And thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everybody.